Everyone, welcome to my channel today. Hi Lorenzo, how are you today?
I'm good, good, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much to have time for me today because I can't wait to talk to you about all the things that we've been planning and talking about.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This is, thank you, I'm honored.
Oh,
thank
it's mutual, it's a joy, it's a joy. So everyone, this is Lorenzo Belenguer.
Hello.
My dear friend, and he is a queer, non-binary artist, tarot reader and healer based in London. He's been doing tarot reading since your teenage years.
That's correct.
And Lorenzo's work bridges spirituality, identity and healing. His art has been exhibited at the British Museum, Tate Modern and the Venice Biennale. He's inspiring inclusivity and empathy across diverse audiences. That's just a very short summary of what he actually does. So we would love to know everything.
Yes, thank you. I could add, and then it sounds a bit like, oh my God, how you're mixing these things so different. So I will always say that my practice is an intersection of AI, artificial intelligence, shamanism, and queerness.
Oh, wow.
And how do they mix together? I think it's fascinating that ancient technologies, and you could say contemporary technologies, somehow they are coming up together now.
Wow, yes, convergence.
So we are living in a fascinating transition time.
Yes.
And I'm fascinated by both.
Yeah.
Non-organic reasoning, AI, and these technologies from the past that, as we were mentioning before, and you said all quite rightly, they are coming back so strongly.
Yes, yeah.
You know, we are listening to indigenous cultures, people having the ayahuasca experience. Shamanism is a revival in England. I belong to the London Shamanic Circle. And the way AI is also dictating somehow, and we need to be aware. We'll talk about that later.
Yes, it's fascinating, definitely. Yeah. And it is, I'm amazed how you bridge it all, because that is very unusual, I would say. Not many people do that, because we see the community that is focusing on earth and, you know, shamanism and power plants, but they usually don't really merge much with AI. And you are amazingly fusing this, and I'd love to know more. But the main thing today we wanted to talk, and we will get to all of those subjects, I know, is tarot reading. And that's one of the most ancient technologies I can probably think of, and it's so refined. I'd love to know more.
I wouldn't say ancient, because funny enough, they started like a card game, and it's something like the first set of card games is about 1400.
Oh, really?
Like that. I know that. Yeah. And then evolved into this kind of divination, self-exploration things.
Yes.
However, and you are in the right direction. The symbols are ancient.
Yeah, I think it's sort of coming from the old divinations.
It's an archive, yes, an archive, because they use Egyptian symbols. It's a lot of Egyptian symbolism, Kabbalah symbolism. Yeah, which Kabbalah also comes from.
Yeah, that's very ancient.
Yeah. So you are in the right. You are right when you say it's ancient.
Yeah, it sort of merged quite a few things.
Yes, it's like an archive.
Yes.
Archive of ancient.
Added with the art of the drawings.
That's
and
it.
So forth.
Yeah. In that sense.
So where does tarot come from then? Would you know?
Yeah, well, it's come from northern Italy, from Bologna. And that was the first. It started like a game, card game, yes. And the game was called Tarocchini. And tarocchi was like the diminutive. Let's play tarocchi. Well, I don't know how to say in Italian.
Yes.
Piacciamo, I don't know what. And so it was just a game. And it continues up to today as a game. And every country, they have their own, and evolve into their own version.
Right.
If you go to Spain, you have your own play card system. Portugal, Austria, I'm sure Czech Republic, all over Italy, of course.
Yeah.
So they have their own game. But then eventually start evolving into a divinatory, mystical
tool. Oh.
And one of the most interesting about 1700 started the Tarot de Marseille. And Tarot de Marseille, although it was still used as a game, as to play, it was already divinatory also. They had the divinatory element. And the Tarot of Marseille had, as we discussed before, Egyptians, Kabbalah's strong influences.
When you say Marseille, do you mean France? Is it
Yeah, because it was developed there.
Ah, right.
And is, you could say, the first proper divinatory tarot deck. And then eventually the divinatory use of the tarot went into misuse. By back again, I think something like 1800, Industrial Revolution, maybe it was not accidental, it was started again.
All right.
Yes. And 1900 really took off.
It was the Victorian era here in England.
Exactly, took off.
Yes.
And another keystone into the tarot history, evolution, is early 1900, Waite decided to commission an edition of tarot cards to Pamela Colman Smith, to a female artist, which was amazing.
Right.
And what she did for the first time, because the tarot card, you have the major arcanes, which we can explore later, and the minor arcanes, The major arcane is 21 plus 1, 22, because the fullest number is 0.
Right.
Yes? The major arcanes is abstract.
Right.
Justice.
Archetypes.
Knowledge, archetypes, Jungian archetypes. Yeah. You are right. Jungian archetypes. The minor is more about daily issues, and it's about 14 cards, 4 sets, 14 cards each. 4 of them are court, king, queen, page, and knight. The other 10 is just numbers. And what Pamela, the artist, did is she put visual narrative into the number ones, the one who only had numbers in the past. So she made it easier to interpret those cards.
Right.
Because in the past you only have 9 of whatever. And what do you do with the number now? I mean,
it has to be more tangible.
Absolutely. So she put the drawings, the visual narrative, and is the most popular one up to today. And also what is very interesting about Pamela, well, she was a female artist, but she was English. Yes,
right.
She was English, as it gets. She lived in Pimlico. But she grew up in Jamaica.
Oh, right.
Yes. So I think being dual heritage, because helped her to have more tools. So people like me, anybody, you have more symbols, you have more things to play with.
Yes.
And I think those two things, drawings in the number cards, and she being a woman in a dual heritage, helped to make it more accessible to the general public.
She bridged it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And then 100 years later, it was the Centennial Edition, which was recolored. Because when she did it in early 1900, it was very fade, the colors, because there was no technology. And it was recolored by another artist, by another female artist. And I'm glad they kept the female lineage.
Yes.
Because I think that's important, especially in a patriarchal society we live.
And divination is sort of pushes the creativity, and it's a feminine energy.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
So she recolored, Mary something, she recolored those cards which are the ones I use. This is my favorite.
Yes.
Of course, people will say, look, you see, this is the number 10, but it's already have a figure.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
It's already have a figure. So you understand he's working very hard. He will reach the destiny, but you have to work hard.
It self-explains, really. It gives you a real image.
To get there.
And I will definitely take picture of these for you folks, so you can see more. I will split them and everyone will be able to see, yes. It's a great example,
So that's, and now of course there's an explosion of versions of tarot for people with disabilities, witches, female, African. I'm an artist, really also interpreting the tarot cards in a more kind of non-binary, but also removing the rigidity of the gender roles.
Yes.
Because you have the king, the power, the strong, and the queen, which is more kind of female, which, you know, which is beautiful, but expanding.
Yes, yes.
And expanding also symbolism from Hindu culture, Inca culture, beyond, you know, you could say Middle East, Western European.
Multicultural, multi-dimensional.
That's it, that's it.
Oh, beautiful. Because you also designed your tarot cards, or you designing... in the process of designing.
Absolutely.
Would you like to tell us about those little bit?
Yes, I'm working on it. It's like, let me see.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Beautiful.
So, for instance, this one, you can see it's already kind of non-binary. It's got the teeth, it's got the peg, it's got the balls or ovaries. So you don't know what it is, one or the other. I mean, this is the symbol of the vagina.
Yes, all the symbols.
So it's kind of, you know, it plays around, and it's got an adjective, it hasn't got a noun. So the fool has been interpreted with a male. Yes. But you say foolishness, and then it's gender.
It's for everyone.
For everyone. That's the way to put it. For male, female, that's it. And it's got different symbols. This is the subconscious, and this is the Hindu, the net is the Hindu symbol for subconsciousness, reaching your subconscious knowledge. So that's kind of the way I've been kind of working on it.
Beautiful.
It's a 5-year project.
Yeah. Well, it's many cards. It's total is what's over 70, isn't it? So that's a long-term project. Beautiful. Thank you for telling me all about this.
Thank you, Ollie. Thank you.
And so, where did you learn the tarot reading? Who taught you your tarot reading skills? Would you like to tell us about that?
Yeah. Since childhood, I've always felt there's something there's knowledge, but it's kind of invisible, and how can we make this kind of knowledge that is out there visible? And of course, tarot cards is open portals of information when you have this session. So I've always had this kind of, and I've always been very spiritual. And eventually, I found out that my grandmother, Maria, she just passed away 3 weeks after I was born.
Okay.
So I've never actually met her. But she was the healer of the village, curandera, which is in the Latino culture.
Healer.
It's very common, curanderas, you know, like shaman, you know, druids, you know, every culture.
The herbalists, all those,
Every community, they have their own local version of, always.
I mean, she must have met you because you were in your mother's tummy. So she probably met you a little bit.
Probably met a hair or something.
Her hands might have been on your mother's tummy. You never know.
Because I always in childhood we have this photograph of her, and I've always felt connected to her.
Did you?
Always, and I didn't know why. Always felt connected to her.
Yes.
And so she was a curandera. But what happened is, in Spain, and I'm going to say this very briefly, we have a huge change. We have the Second Republic in the mid-30s. And the Second Republic, women could divorce, vote. It was the most advanced
in Spain.
In Spain at the time. They wanted to take away the land from the church and the aristocrats back to the poor people. Freedom of religion. So my grandmother was the healer, was respected, was venerated. Yeah? We have Spanish Civil War, and we were to the other extreme, ultra-conservative Catholic.
Yeah.
So she became the witch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I've seen photographs of her when she was old. And she became very bitter. Oh. Because she became a bit like a pariah.
Yeah, she must have been probably punished or
something like that.
Yeah, not sure what happened.
So in a way now I'm continuing her job. So my grandmother, who has a special prayer for healing, she used that special prayer for healing. And the special prayer is a mix of pagan and Christian, of course.
Yes.
It's a mix.
Yes.
And it's very interesting because it's obsessed with the number 3.
Right.
You say it 3 times, and 3 things are constantly repeated. 3 elements are constantly repeated all over the prayer. Pythagoras said that 3 is the third real number.
Right.
So of course, you have the Holy Trinity and other cultures.
Yes, it's always the 3 number.
Yeah, in that. So my grandmother passed the special prayer because it's a lineage, it's Mediterranean culture, is very matriarchal. So she passed it to my aunt.
Ah.
Yes. And I always felt drawn to this. So one day I asked my aunt, I said, would it be okay if you pass the special prayer to me? She said, yes, I've been waiting for you to ask for it. And it's so beautiful.
Oh, what a healing in itself.
She had no issues.
No, she was waiting.
She was waiting.
Yeah.
And so she passed it on to me.
Oh, beautiful.
And I'm honored. And one day, I don't have children, but one day I will pass it on. So it's very interesting that it's already transcending somehow.
It is.
And I will pass it on to somebody else.
Yes.
Outside, or maybe it is part of my clan or somehow.
Yeah, for sure you will certainly find the lineage.
Yes,
female
in
lineage.
that. So, okay, so now going back, so then I started being attracted by tarot cards.
Was she doing tarot cards?
No.
Your aunt? No.
No. But I was attracted by the idea that you have these cards and open up knowledge. Knowledge that is invisible but is there. But also, as I keep finding out, opens up your knowledge, your tools. Those tools that when we face hard times, we realize we have it, but we didn't know before. Yes? And that's the power. And the power of tarot cards, every time I read a tarot card for somebody else, I'm just the medium. The person I'm reading for, the querent, he or she is the master.
Yes. Yeah.
It's very important to know that.
So you're unlocking through the cards their own powers.
I always say I'm the lucky witness.
Right.
The privileged witness of
you're guiding and opening and
Absolutely.
Oh, beautiful. That's very empowering because I think people sometimes come to a reading thinking, tell me what's going to happen to me.
Yeah.
And it's disempowering, and they may not always realize that the power is with them.
The person I'm reading the tarot card for is the master. Because you're the master of your life. No one else is.
Yes.
As simple as that.
Yes, it's interesting you're saying that because I've been to quite a few readings in the past, as you do. I was searching just like you since, teenage years.
Yeah, of course.
And we're all on that mission in a way, whether we know it or acknowledge it or not. And I always, I came to readings more with the attitude of what will happen to me in my life, rather than thinking, what can I do? And that's a very different approach, isn't it? And you're bringing it in a really empowering way.
Absolutely.
So I'd love to know more how you apply that with a client.
Yes, absolutely. Because let's say something is coming up, or the possibility of something coming up, yeah? And let's be negative, something, well, not negative, let's be real, something not very nice is coming up, yes? It could be a breakup, a discussion. Now, the role of the tarot is to prepare you for that.
Ah, yes, and give you some options what you can...
Because sometimes things comes to us, and we will talk about it later, that we are kind of coming, yeah? But then the way you react to it will lead to other.
Yes.
It will can completely change the path.
Yes.
Completely. So the tarot card will start saying, I don't know, the star. The star is a beautiful card. I don't know if I can find it here. The star is really, and the star is about inner knowledge.
A star.
Yeah, the star is yeah. Anyway, now
no, don't worry, we'll find it.
So, and is inner knowledge, and is the way, we need to draw in our instincts and to have the antenna, because it's like radio wave.
Is it to do with the divine power, the star? Is that to do with or not?
In part of it is it's kind of, you could say, divine power, which I do believe in that, but also all the information is there.
Right.
Energy is information.
Yes.
We are surrounded by energy. Yeah. And the same way when you switch on the radio and it gets the information, it gets the program, it gets the music, it was whatever, and then if the antenna of the radio is not properly tuned, you will not get that information.
Yeah.
And it's the same with us human. We have this antenna, and meditation, whatever, we become more tuning, and then we get the right information we need. We may change a physical path, and then we meet the right person. Why? Yes, and the right person will give us the information we needed at that time. Information is everything, especially now. Data is everything. It's important.
We live in an age of information, don't we?
Absolutely. And tarot cards knew that already. Yes, and also the symbols drawn on the cards are powerful symbols who unlock your subconscious. It's like keys. They start opening up things because it's visual. It affects us visually.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
And then, as I said, it's open portals. I feel it. I feel that when I'm reading, I feel we are in a different dimension.
Yeah, you feel it. It's a different space.
And time is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's like we go up and down and back and forward, and
Yes, time is just irrelevant.
And then the person feels comfortable and starts saying, actually, I can do this, I can do it. Or sometimes, let's say you are in a bad marriage, let's say, yes? And the other person is cheating on you or not treating you. You need to go.
Yeah.
You have thought about it, you have given no opportunities, but this is not good. But you can't make that decision because social repercussions, financial repercussions, so you are dominated by fear. Yes? The tarot card can be this little push.
Ah, right. Yes.
You already made the decision. I'm not telling you what to do.
It's just reassurance, perhaps, as well, that you're on the right track.
Absolutely, you got it. So I'm kind of facilitating you to continue your journey in the way you already have decided.
Yes.
And then this is the reward you are getting. You will feel freer. You will feel this or that. And these are the tools. And
perhaps it might help you to find out how to approach the whole issue.
Absolutely.
In what way? So it's the least obstructive, for everyone's benefit.
Absolutely. To meditate, which tools? Okay, do I need to use diplomacy? Do I need to ask for help? Yes. Sometimes we struggle with that. We need help.
Yeah, you don't need to do it on your own, Yes.
You have allies within your family, within your friends. I don't know.
Within the spirit realm.
Ancestors.
Guides.
Or lawyers. Sometimes it comes one card.
Yeah.
Especially by kings, that is mentoring, is someone with expertise. You need, a good lawyer.
Yeah.
And the king also transcends gender. It could, of course, you can be a female lawyer.
Sure.
With a very strong character.
Yes.
Yes.
A very sort of a strong male energy, but it's a female.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's
and
also
vice versa.
And vice versa. Yeah. Queen, which is a guy but has got this kind of female
energy
yes. to that. And that's also very important into that. So you are assisting the preparation
for that big decision the person wants to make or doesn't want to make. But
absolutely. Or keep going, you're in the right direction. Or your life is not aligned with your value anymore. And that comes a lot.
Yes, and that sort of comes together with the life mission as well.
Yes, the purpose.
What's your path? What's your mission?
Yeah. And it's like a little bit like a stick.
Yes.
You are going away from your values. And that's why you're not feeling happy.
Yeah. You're going against the wave that you should be riding rather than going against it.
Because power is love.
Yes.
Fear is mispower. Fear is underpower.
Yes.
It's as simple as that. It's love or fear.
Yes.
And the more you are dominated by the one or the other, it's more power, less power.
I do find it in my practice that, and I've read it a long time ago, where your biggest life purpose hides behind your biggest fear.
Yeah.
And I love that saying because it's so true.
Yeah.
When you're most challenged, you actually realize, this is what I should be doing, but you're putting lots of obstacles.
Absolutely, yeah.
And fears.
Absolutely, like me also, being an artist and now doing the tarot and the healing. That's my purpose in life.
Yes, and I'm sure you must have had some obstacles to start with.
Absolutely. I've been lost, because I didn't do it when I came to England, and I didn't do the tarot reading for many years, and now I feel settled. It's come back strongly.
Yes. Beautiful.
And the closer you are to your purpose in life, the more content.
Right. Yes.
You are, because happiness is already dominated, it's polluted by the capitalist society.
Yes, what happiness means is
having a car, having a
material,
traveling far away to Thailand or something.
Career, having a
partners,
big house and all that. Yeah.
But content, I find, is still quite unspoiled.
Yes.
Unpolluted.
Yes, that's right. It's more of an inner state rather than what you have.
Absolutely. and tarot card is that. It facilitates.
Showing you what your mission.
Yeah.
Do people come to you with these questions a lot, would you say? Yeah, what's the most common, would you say, a question that people, or an issue people come to you?
Yes. I would say, of course, that, career, love, but fulfillment. I think fulfillment, because the more you feel fulfilled, the better you're in a position to continue, to compromise, to break up, whatever.
Yeah.
Partner, job, house, environment, friends.
Yes.
It's like you have like a trio of options. You continue the way it is because you didn't appreciate it, now you appreciate it. You compromise. There was a kind of miscommunication between both people, and you find a compromise, or there's a breakup.
Yes, it has to evolve, and if it doesn't, then you got to part it.
And you need to depart.
Yes.
So that's, I would say, fulfillment always comes, and again, and tools, and reinforcing your decision, reinforcing you took the right decision.
Yes.
You need to listen to your instinct more.
Yes.
And that's what your instinct is telling. Go for it.
Yes.
So that's kind of the most common behind all labels, careers.
Yes, it is the essence of it. Really
that's it.
The fulfillment, and from that everything else stems.
And also, I use, in a way, kind of echoing what you already said, people are a bit surprised because they expect me to be this kind of fortune teller. Yes.
Yes.
I refuse to do that.
Yes.
As I said, they expect yes or no answers. And I said, no.
That's
We
not how
need
it
to
works.
reformulate your question.
You're going to
How?
Yeah. Okay.
The how is the powerful. You know, how, when, no when. Well, when is but the how.
And that it's not, set in stone, because it is depends on your decision.
Empowers you.
Yeah.
And also, it's not about the other person. You cannot change the other person. You shouldn't. I mean, we are tempted.
Yes.
You could compromise, you could have a discussion, but in the end of the day, it's their decision to change or not.
You can inspire and influence, but you can't do it for them.
And sometimes people ask me for other people, and I say, no, I cannot do that.
No.
I need their permission. They are not here. They are not aware. So I can't, because that's the thing with tarot. Tarot is power, we need to approach power with caution, with respect, and humble.
Yes, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you've restarted your practice after a pause.
For about 20 years, I could say. It's been a long time, and I was pretty lost about things.
Yeah.
I mean, my artistic career was good, so that helped me to anchor me, but the spiritual side wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
And then is when I started regaining all these kind of things and shamanism.
So what prompted you really to it? Like, what was the prompt?
That's a good question. I think the lockdowns.
Oh, okay. That was a very accelerator for lots of people.
Yes, it was. For me, and I'm not being disrespectful to anybody, because I know there was tragedies.
Yeah, of course.
For me, it was the best time.
Yeah.
Because during
for many people was though. It's the silver lining.
It's a pause.
Yes.
We were given time, which is the most precious commodity.
Yes, the pause.
Out of the blue, we've got time.
Oh, huge amount of time.
Huge amount of time.
And some people get really uncomfortable with that.
Yes, it's power.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, for 2 years, when it became clear, for 2 years I worked in the creative industry as I'm an artist, a curator, writer. Is dead, there's nothing going on. What can I do? And then I thought, I always crave an intellectual challenge. Yes? So I started an MA, a master's on AI and philosophy, because I was interested about ethics. And that was before ChatGPT, before I was fascinated. We were the first edition of that MA. Cambridge started a year later.
Oh.
So we were ahead.
Before Cambridge, everyone. Just so you know it. Cambridge was the first.
We did it before. No. Cambridge was 1 year later.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
So that so then when I started doing the AI and studying, theories and bias and data and non-organic reasoning. Then is when you need to balance.
Okay.
When you need to balance, then you are drawn to shamanism, tarot, and that's the way. And through that, I find queerness and queer cultures very disruptive. Because queer cultures, especially by the younger generations, they are questioning everything.
Yes.
And I like it. Gender and gender roles, they're socially constructed. Expectations of what is being a woman, what is being a man, why there is no more other, non-binaries, things like that. Everybody happy with their own, it's expanding. It's not taking away anything from anybody, it's expanding.
Yes.
It's expanding that sexualities, why you have to be either gay or bi, or bi, or straight, why, some people will see themselves as straight, but maybe they could have a one-off experience with
and I'm sure
gender.
People obviously been feeling like this for many years. There was just no opportunity to really explore it and question it, and the time came around that time.
Yes, and tarot transcends all of that.
Oh, how beautiful.
transcends the labels, then the socially constructed, transcends gender, transcends skin color. I don't want to say race because it's human race, there's only one race.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So skin color, and that's the way prompted. And then I start reading to people and I start gaining. And I feel privileged of facilitating, being a facilitator to people to carry on the path they wish to carry.
Oh, that's beautiful. So that's really your mission with the tarot.
Absolutely. That's a very good way to put it. It's a mission. It's a mission of, as also you said, re-empowering people.
Yes, of all,
Yeah, beyond
everything, yes.
Beyond any labels. Of course, this is you, of course, this is you, your culture, your gender, this is you.
Yes.
But transcending.
Yes, because the core essence is just
souls.
It's a soul. Soul doesn't have a label.
Absolutely. And of course, we need to be pragmatic in our society.
Yes, in a 3D reality, we do need to have some, but tarot is above it.
And that, and the prayer, the healings, and especially this time of turmoil and anxiety and mental illnesses.
Yes.
We need some kind of additional. We have the experts. And I always say to people, listen, I'm supplementing.
Yes.
Your GP, I'm supplementing the clinical psychologist.
It's complementary.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
It's not alternative.
Replacing, no,
not at all.
You just bringing it to the whole picture.
Absolutely. I'm part of your holistic approach.
Yes, that's right.
To your mental and physical health.
Yes, because there needs to be the aspect of that, because you need to approach it from physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual point of view. You have to have it all.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, that is the true holistic way.